I'll be recording this session with your permission, so I will share the recording link as well in case you wanted to, you or someone wanted to refer this recording later on. He or she can. So basically, you might have already seen this the main slide. So this slide is basically covering that okay, who should know about the stock market, and it is basically it is covering the all kind of different people. Either it can be a housewife who are the maybe sitting at home taking care of kids, and after their free time they wanted to learn something and do something from home, so they can also learn and do something sitting at home into the stock market. Even college students or someone who has completed their graduation, or maybe because of the pandemic lost their job and wanted to do something that is a new area they can learn, and then start trading into the stock market. And even someone wants to build a full-time profession into a stock market, they can also choose this as a career. However, it is recommended to have a proper learning. It is like somebody wants to become a pilot. So they cannot just pilot or simple driver. Okay, they have to first learn how to drive or how to fly a plane or helicopter. Then they can become a good pilot or a good driver. So that is how the stock market is. Other profession is somebody working profession, like most of government employee or even the private employee. For sure, we are not going to get any pension after the retirement. So it is important to have something for their for their after retirement income, and that is stock market is one of them they can choose to learn at this point during their career. And then post retirement, on in parallel to their normal working hours, they can spend an hour or two depending on their availability, and they can learn the stock market to have some parallel income. Okay. And another category is, I can say, is the somebody who has worked, like I have been into the IT field more than 15 years or 16 years, and then I have some saving. But when I'm dissatisfied, when I'm putting my hard-earned money into the bank, and bank is giving some the few percentage of interest rate, and which I'm not happy about that. So rather than keeping in the bank, I can learn how to trade in stock market or invest in stock market and able to get the good return. The other example is, some people also say that okay, there is a risk, or they can maybe most of the people who, after having a good income, they go for the buying the property, flat, apartment, or house, or the land. Nothing wrong in that. If you wanted to want someone want to have build their house for own living, that is good. Sometime investment also land is good, but after you have one house and couple of one apartment and some land. But what happened that if one puts all their money into the one area, and sometime emergency comes, it is very very difficult to sell that land or the apartment to get the money back. So liquidity is always the issue while real estate. However, in the stock market, you can uh, buy the stock any point of time, and you can sell any point of time. The other drawback of the too much investment in the property is, whenever you are in the hurry, people may take the benefit and you will not get the actual price. However, in the stock market, no matter any point of time, what is the market value, you will get the market value without any negotiation. So that is the beauty about the stock market. So without going further into the introduction of the first page. So what I just wanted to cover that okay, no matter what is your profession, either you are a student or the fresh graduate, or you recently started your job, or you are a very long timer in the professional, or you have very good saving, okay, and you wanted to get the more return. Anybody, any age can learn the stock market, and depending on their appetite, capability, and learning, they can trade, they can invest to get the good return. Okay, so far so good. Is there any question so far from anyone, or are we good to move further? Okay, so yeah, if
Move forward.
anybody has any question, please feel free to ask, or anybody wants to repeat, maybe in Hindi or yeah, I'm comfortable in Hindi as well. But for the sake of larger audience, I'm conducting this webinar in English. So anybody having any question, feel free to ask any point of time. So I'm moving further. So the few things that we are going to learn today. That is the first few things, the root cause of failure in stock market. Time your investment, time your invest. Okay, so first root cause of failure. I mean, there are a lot of people who enters into the stock market without any learning also, or because of some suggestion of the friends, or by looking at some YouTube videos. So we are going to touch all those points. Time your in investment means it is very very important in the stock market, like when to enter and when to exit. It is like seeding. I mean, putting the seed in the ground for the cultivation. So if you wanted to grow mango, there is a particular season you have to put the mango plant into the ground. Or if you wanted to harvest wheat, there is a particular time. So that is the time. If for similarly, the investment in the stock market also has a lot of dependency in terms of time. So what's how you time your time or entry plus exits into the stock market, and then some of the methods for winning the for spotting the winning stock. Winning stock means what are the stock that we can trade to get the maximum benefit. So and few other things we are going to discuss in today's discussion. uh, okay. So it is just a common question most of the time when I conduct this webinar, that okay, why we are here. So maybe can someone, maybe you, all of you, I request to maybe type your responses into the chat box, like why, what is your expectation out of this today's discussion, or maybe you can unmute yourself and also let me know verbally as well. इन हिंदी में भी आई कैन आस्क कि इस आज के सेशन से आप लोगों की क्या उम्मीद है, व्हाट यू एक्सपेक्ट आउट ऑफ द टुडे सेशन. Anybody wants to say something? uh, no one. So typically, I mean, these are the expectations that I have mentioned here. Typically these are the different type of invested expectation people have. And most of the time people think that okay, this is stock market is the easy way to make big money. But that is not the reality. Stock market is first of all learning about the stock market, and then one can think about making the good money or big money. So I will move further from here. So we have conducted a couple of survey in previous. So these are the survey responses. Most of the people who are in various profession are into the stock market, and lot of people working professionals. So this survey result, 43% of working professionals are trying something in stock market or wanted to do something in stock market, and good number of students also nowadays they are getting exposure of the stock market and they wanted to learn and do something. And yeah, and and few are the persons who are doing some kind of business parallel to their business. They also who also wanted to do something in stock market. And house makers are also learning in a positive way about the stock market to do something by sitting at home. Moving to the no, so again based on the survey, when we conduct a survey that okay, how many people know about the stock market. So maximum number of the people don't have any knowledge about the stock market in general, and but still they wanted to learn something to do. And if you see that again, second highest person, 28% of the people say that okay, they are the trader or investor but not so successful. And there are third percentage, 20% of people are saying that okay, they are the trader investor but losing most of the time. So this is the result. I mean, because they have not applied They have not learned about the stock market in a professional way, and that is the one of the main failure root cause of the failure about losing in the stock market. And also some of the people, they have the learning, but kind of they have the half learning, I can say that. Okay, they have learned how to ride a cycle or bicycle, but with that learning they wanted to ride a car, uh, which most of the time will lead to the failure. So if somebody has learned to how to ride a bike and they wanted to move to the car, they need to learn, practice how to ride a car, because it's a different system. Okay, so that is a simple the analogy I just wanted to share. uh, and the next, this is the last survey point. So we have asked, do you know one can build a successful career in stock market, trading or investing through a professional learning and earn 1 lakh or more per month? So 1 lakh or more, it is depending on how much of investment, but we have some students who have their initial capital of approximately 5 lakhs, and with that capital they are earning consistently 1 lakh or more per month. And with this instrument, a lot of people, 72% of people say that, okay, and they are very keen to learn about that. So this is all about some of the survey I just wanted to share with you all. Yes. So before going further, I just wanted to share some of the books. Okay. So this is statement: books are the best friends, and the quote is, compounding learning will get you the compounding earning. So whatever we do and wherever we are, it is based on the our learning only. Either be it a professional learning, or we have done, maybe somebody has done a graduation, somebody has the master, somebody has the doctors or engineers. No matter whatever we have done, we are here, we have achieved that one because of our learning also. But after a certain period of time, those traditional books of professional knowledge may not able to help you. They will give you the good, I can say, living. But when it comes to the wealth creation, I think we need some more learning on top of that. So from a living to a good earning, that requires. So these are some of the books which I personally recommend you all to read and learn something. It is okay. So these are the. I mean, I have many books of recommendation, but especially when it comes to stock market and really doing something big by starting small. These are the few books. Once you go through, once you read them, it will give you the various different perspective about the knowledge on reading books. Uh, moving further, so moving further, so here are the. I will just take the example of few people who has their suggestion about the learning. So the Warren Buffett, everyone we know this. He's one of the biggest investor of of the world, I can say. So what he said, that if you want to be a successful, make a rating a habit. Okay. And I think about Warren Buffett, we know that, okay, he's on an average, he read around 30 30 to 100 pages per day. That is his reading average. Okay. And from the Indian investor point of view, most of people know about Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is named as a Indian or Warren Buffett of India. So he has also belong. I mean, he belongs to a very normal family, but he is the one of the richest investor of India at this point of time. Other investor, I can say, this is a Vivek Kedia. He is another investor who has started their learning in a professional way, I think 10 or 12 years back, and he is one of the good investor or trader in stock market. Okay, so there are a few others who recommends about the reading books, like Sudha Murthy is one of them. She is the wife of Narayan Murthy, who is founder and ex-CEO of Infosys Limited. Um, okay, and okay, so one of the very good quotation I like by the Richard Brosnan. So Richard Brosnan is the owner of Virgin Airlines, one of the um, uh, I can say airlines of the world, that is Virgin Airlines. And he says that if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you are not sure you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. So basically, what today we are discussing, some of you might have already aware of the stock market. If not, then this stock market I can treat it is an amazing opportunity for us to learn. And as of now, if you don't know how to do it, don't worry about that. Okay, you just need to say yes, yeah, I'm ready to learn it, and then we will learn it together. Okay, along with the journey that how to do it, how to be successful in stock market by spending some time in learning. Okay. Yeah, there are some other some just example I just wanted to share with you all. Maybe you can Google about them on internet to know better. So Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is the one of the big, I mean, richest man in terms of investment and stock market. Radhakrishnan Damani, we know he is the owner of the DMart, that is one of the India's retail chain stores. Uh, Ramesh Damani and like Vijay Kedia, like these are the few names who are very successful in the stock market. So I just wanted to just share the few names in this market so that you can know about them, that okay, what they have done in the past. Uh, Okay, so moving further, let us understand something about few terminology, few terms which is mainly used in the stock market. So the first of all, what is the stock market? So in a very simple term, stock market is the is a kind of a market where individual like you and me, and the institutional investor. Institutional investor means any big banks or any individual investment company, they come together to buy and sell the shares in public venue. Okay, so basically they are buying the shares of the some company, and at the same time they are selling also. So that is the about the stock market. We will learn in the subsequent discussion more about the stock market. And there is a stock exchange. What is the stock exchange? So basically, stock exchange is nothing like a kind of a, you can say, the platform. For example, in India, we know that Flipkart and Amazon, those are the kind of a two big, you know, online platform where we can purchase something. So similarly, to purchase or to buy or sell stock market, these are the two India's exchanges, stock exchange, that is NSE and BSE. Those are the platform which provide this facility. So NSE is a national stock exchange, and BSE is the Bombay Stock Exchange. So these are the just term we just need to aware of to understand them better. And a few more two terms, like two terms very used commonly in the stock market. One is the bulls and there is the bears. So bulls means, in a very simple term, a bull is somebody who thinks or who tries to move the price up. Up means who wanted to uh, you know do something so that the stock price of any stock keep on moving. And the other force, we call it bears. Bears is a term which is used that, okay, somebody who speculates or who believes that the price of the some stock will go down or is go down. So bulls, in a simple term, bull somebody who takes the price up, and bear is somebody who takes the price down. This is that common term which is widely used in stock market. Okay, so this is something, just an example. We are just kind of a stock market. You can say something online shopping. Just a simple example to understand. And Amazon and Flipkart. Amazon, maybe you can say the one in the stock exchange like NSE, Flipkart maybe BSE. Just for the easy understanding. And the other thing we just wanted to understand this point of time is what we think, what you think that, okay, who decides the prices? Okay, not about the stock market in general. Suppose here I'm just taking the example of the of onion. So who you think that, okay, who decides the price, that okay, what should be the price of onion, maybe today or tomorrow or any point of time when we are going to the market, and when we are saying that, okay, the price is maybe 40 rupees. Someday we go to the market and say the price is maybe 150 rupees. So what do you think that, okay, who decides the price? Anybody can able to Arshia,
Buyers
please.
and sellers.
Exactly.
Buyers and sellers.
Exactly, exactly. So basically, is it the buyers and sellers? That means with the market. So basically, the market decides the price of, okay, how, what should be the price. So in simple understanding, when we say that, okay, if for some commodity, if the demand is more and supply is less, that most likely price is going to go high. And it is reverse, if the demand is less and supply is more, mostly the price may go down. So that is the about the price. So similarly in the stock market also, initially the price, when the company offers this price, it will be something fixed, but over the time it is the buyers and sellers who decide the price. We will understand that part in coming discussions as well. Before okay, so there are a few more terminology that is being used in stock market, so we will understand that one. So few more terminologies is that is called IPO, SEO, and the secondary market. So IPO is nothing but it is full form is initial public offering. That means when a company first time come into the open public and wanted to sell their shares, that is called as the IPO. And why it happens that, because they want some money to grow some business. So to grow their business, either they can go to the bank and ask for the loan. But the problem there is bank charges a huge interest. So there is another option which is there in India, I think in the world since many years, in many few hundred years I can say. In India, maybe again, it's a long, since long, I think more than 20 years or maybe more than that, not even 20, 25 or 30 years. Okay. So they come to the public and say that, okay, maybe they need, for example, 100 crore to increase to enhance or upscale their business. So they come to the public via forum. That forum is nothing but a stock exchange, NSE or BSE, and they sell their kind of ownership to the common people. I mean, you and me, common people, and people buy their shares to, I know, in that way company get the money, so that the money will they invest to grow their business, and the profit will be shared. Profit gets shared with the stakeholders. So suppose you one purchase a share of 100 rupees, and the profit made by the company, for example, maybe 10%. So what total profit of maybe in a ratio, you will get also a kind of a 10% of your investment. So 100 rupees, 10% profit, maybe 110 rupees. In a simple way, we can understand like that. And second one is the seasoned equity offering. So that means the company is already in the public. They have they have sold their shares earlier, but now they wanted to have some more shares to grow their more business. So that is the CSEO, that is seasoned equity offering. And the third type is the secondary market. Secondary market is nothing but now their shares are already in the public, and people like you and me just wanted to buy and sell the shares. That is the secondary market. So primary and secondary market we can understand in a very simple way. Just either I'm just taking the same onion example. So once the farmer is producing an onion and they are selling it first time to the big stockist, when it is directly stockist is selling, sorry, buying it from the farmer, we can say that, okay, this is kind of a primary market. After the stockist purchase from the farmer and sell it via distribution channel to big shops, or in a kind of a local market. And from that market, if the buy and selling are happening, those are the basically the secondary market. Okay, so this is just a simple example of primary and secondary market. uh, yeah, so here we will talk about some of the myth. So even many years back, I was also having the similar myth. So in general, common people having the myth that, okay, the stock market is a gamble. But truth is, it is not. For those who has entered the market without any proper knowledge and the guidance, for them it may be a kind of a gamble. Okay, so stock market is not a gamble. It is gamble only for them who has no any prior knowledge, who are just entering blindly and doing something. Okay, for them it may turn out to a blind gamble, but in reality it is not. Okay. So just I just wanted to share that, okay, we need to understand the right method or process or techniques to become a successful trader. That is what we are going to talk about today. Okay. So to understand the process versus result, here we talk about the process and method. So if we to understand what is the process versus result, so let us take the example. Suppose we wanted to grow some mango, okay, and at the end of the season we wanted to have very ripe mango, tasty and tasty mango. So, what do you think? Okay, by thinking about the mango or just by looking at the mango tree, are we going to get the mango? No. What we should know to get a good tasty mango is we need to have some good soil. We need to prepare some good soil. We need to plant a small mango plant. We need to water them properly. We need to take care of them throughout the season, throughout the year. And when the season comes, that the tree will grow. Or maybe initially it may not grow. It may take a couple of years to grow. But when it will grow, we will get a mango. So basically, that is the process. So knowing, so doing the right thing, doing the preparing the field and planting a small plant, watering them, taking care of the plant, that is the process. And the end of the day or end of the year or couple of years, we will have the result. But most of us, without doing the following the process, we think about the results. Okay, just put invest into the market, and next day they wanted to have a big result. That is the one of the reason of the failure into the stock market. The another example is uh, when we wanted to enter into the stock market, we need to do some small experiment. Small experiment means whatever we have learned, based on that, do a small experiment before large scale cultivation. So let us understand this example. Suppose we wanted to learn how to grow, suppose maybe tomato, maybe or chili or anything. Okay, so we need to learn the process in a small area, maybe small, maybe not a pot, but I can say in a small area of the field. Once we are able to grow in a small scale, then we will get a confidence. Okay, if I can grow in a small area, in a maybe 4 by 4 meter of the field, then if I can apply the same process and techniques, I can grow that same same thing in a big field, maybe in 10 acres or 100 acres, no matter what. Process is going to same. But whatever the learning, whatever the process, first we need to understand how to apply them and have a successful story, successful use case, and then same thing we can apply in the stock market also. Sometimes we do maybe one or two trial and we are successful, and then we tend to put a huge money. So basically, when we are saying that trial means it should be a successful trial continuously, couple of months or couple, maybe it may take years. Okay, so once the method we have learned, if it is working consistently, then we can apply the same method and techniques to play with a big money to get a big return. Not before that, and that is the another mistake that typically people do in the stock market. They enter with a huge money, and then they get a losses also. What is happened that okay, even somebody knows the very all the process and techniques. Sometimes because of the unfavorable weather conditions, okay, that all the cultivation get spoiled. Sometimes similar also happen to the stock market, but in the stock market there is a way to exit before some big tragedy going to happen. Okay, the stock market. Uh, what we are going to learn is the technical analysis that we will learn, that tells us some advance early indication that okay, there is something going to happen in the market. You can exit for now and take and observe how the market goes, and based on that again enter. So that is how the technical analysis, the benefit, the advantage it provides to the learned investors like you and me. I mean, if one has a good knowledge about the technical analysis, they can able to take that decision to avoid big losses. Okay. Now we are going to talk about the learning. So when it comes to learning takes a some time, its own time to happen, and that is how we say that learning is a gradual process. We cannot expect to learn anything, any kind of I can say a decent a big thing in a one day or in a 1 month. It takes a time. So just to take an example, suppose let's take a baby. Baby is when it's crawling. and it is walking. It takes around, I can say, first of all, it should be having the strength to stand up and then walk. But in general, it takes about a year or 1.5 year to start walking. And after the baby starts walking, it takes some more time, I can say couple of years, to start walking or running. And similarly, a baby goes further, it takes some more time, some more years to start bicycling. And then maybe now after bicycling and a bike, maybe again 15 more years. To after 15 more years, maybe I can say 18 plus, one can learn how to drive a car depending on your appetite, your ability to learn, or how much you are interested to learn. And be somebody are in a lifetime, they are happy with the cycle or the motorbike or the car. But some people are also there, they wanted to learn or something bigger. Maybe somebody wants to learn the sports car. So there's a different skill set required, uh, from learning a bike to learning a car or learning a sports car. Okay. And very few people wants to grow more, and still they want to ride a chopper or a helicopter. Okay. So basically what I'm trying to say is, as we grow and we wanted to learn something bigger, it takes its own time. Okay, some kid is just having a right know about, they know how to ride a bicycle, is not cannot guarantee that okay they can also ride a bike. And same way, somebody a bike who know the ride a bike cannot guarantee you can drive a car. Everything has their own learning curve. So first one need to learn how to do it and then do it. And that is the another mistake we do in the stock market. We don't put enough time in learning, rather than that we directly wanted to drive. And even for us, when we were child, I mean, when we started learning the bike or cycle, it does happen with it. If you look at your past also, maybe I mean, without too much of practice, when we get some bike during the maybe 16 year or so, we try to do something and most of the time we fail. Okay. And it after a couple of maybe knee hurt or something, then we slowly learn how to ride a motorcycle. So same thing, if somebody of you is know how to drive a car, you can understand, or you take under practice or different set of skill to drive a car. So on and all, the learning takes its own time. Okay, and that time it also needed into the stock market about the learning, to have to know how to write, how to grow your hard-earned money in a faster way. So if without learning, proper learning, if you just try to invest by thinking about the wishing about the big return, that is nothing but a simple greed, and that greed will mostly lead to the failure. So we are why I'm focusing more and more to the learning, because I mean, money in the stock market is a kind of a life. Okay, if the money is gone, we cannot survive. Similarly, suppose somebody is without learning, if anybody got a big, I mean, good sports bike, and they are just riding with a limited practice, most likely they are going to hit someday. And hit someday means the life will be in danger. And similarly, in the stock market, money is the life. If your money is gone, your life is gone in the stock market. Okay. This is just like one example just I wanted to give that, okay, become a champion of your field means, once we wanted to learn something, at least we need to spend some time. So sometime these are the fields. I mean, Sachin Tendulkar is not Sachin Tendulkar because of one day or 1 year of practice. He has a lot of practice, and then he became a Sachin Tendulkar. Same thing about Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, so many years of the struggle, acting, and then he became Amitabh Bachchan. So anybody, Usain Bolt, I think he is the fastest runner of the world. So I mean, to achieve that record, I think it took the 9 year of hard practice. Okay, so these are the different people of in their respective world. They have learned it, practiced it a lot, and then they become like what they are today. Okay, so that is again important thing is learning is the most important thing in stock market. Okay, so now we let us come to the actual topic, we are going to talk about what is the stock market, how it looks like. So, how many of you have looked something about the stock market? Anyone having any time looked into the stock market? I mean, for example, if I can say that, okay, how many of you have purchased something from Amazon or maybe Flipkart? Nobody has done any shopping from the Flipkart or Amazon. I'm sure we all have done the shopping from the online, um, you know, from some or the other platform. Yeah. So basically, I'm just why what I'm trying to say in the stock market also, whatever the thing that we wanted to purchase or sell, it happens nowadays online. I mean, long back it used to happen via the broker, where you need to call a broker and tell they used to do for you. But nowadays it's like online. You can open an account and you can go online, find the observe the price, and you can do buy and sell. So basically, the stock market, it looks like this. Okay, so when what I'm saying look like this, I will just show you the kind of one of the no, from where the price looks. So basically, this is the site called investing.com. This is the free website. Okay, and it helps us to know about the price of any stock. Okay, so if you go to investing.com and click the live chart is live chart tell you the price of any stock. So let me open this, the Reliance one. Okay. Uh, so what is source? Okay. So many of you, I mean, I think a fresher in this area. So basically, this symbol, the red color, green color, something vertical symbols are there. So these symbols is nothing. They are called as a candles. Candle means, as of now, to understand in a simple way, you can take it this way. Any green candle, whatever we see in a green candle on this screen, is the a green candle is made or printed on this chart when the price of any stock goes up, and a red candle printed when the price of any stock goes down. Okay, so this is the representation of the is any stock. Okay, and somebody may ask, okay, this is about and this is called as a candle. Okay, why candle is called? Because somebody has introduced is who has, and that guy, he was a Japanese rice trader, and he invented this candlestick pattern. And so basically, whenever suppose any stock price is not the same, it's not like a onion. Onion means in a day it will be from morning to evening. Maybe onion price is 50 rupees. It will be 50 rupees throughout the day, sometimes throughout the week or month. But the stock price is not like that. Stock price changes every moment, every second. Okay. So if you look at this example of this green candle, okay, green candle means I'm talking about this candle, of this highlighted one. So basically, this highlighted candle, uh, how it is printed. So basically, any particular day. So when the day started, the price was something here. When I am highlighting my mouse, and if you look at the uh, left hand side, here it says the price. So if you highlight the mouse here, so that is price on that particular day, and that day is nothing but I can say 4th of August. The price was there at 2021 rupees per share, and on that particular day the price keep on increasing because of the buy and sell, and on that day the price reaches at 2150 rupees in one day. So that is how the candles get printed. So if the price is going up, it will print a green candle, and similarly when the price will go down, it will it will print a red candle. How it that help us, we will discuss in the coming slide. Okay, so this, as I said, it is called as a candle, and in simple understanding, the price is up. That is a green candle. Okay, so green candle also, as I said, Earlier these are the two forces which is taking the price up, that is the bull, and who is taking the price down, those are called as bears. It is a stock market terminology. So the price is going up and the green candle printed, so that is also called as a bullish candle. Okay, bullish candle means the price went up, and similarly the price went down and it printing a red candle, that is called bearish candle. Okay, so this is how the stock looks like, and that is how the candle printed. So let us just understand one formation of one candle. So this complete green area is called as the body of the candle, and on this green candle or red candle, there used to be sometime the upside a small black line or the downside of black line. These are nothing called the wicks. Wicks means is a WICKS. Wicks is like a, in the normal candle also there is a wick, right? हिंदी में क्या बत्ती बोलते हैं. Okay, so that is with that one. This is the wicks printed. How it printed? Suppose, okay, so the stock market okay opens like any office having some timing, maybe 10 to 4 or 10 to 5 or any other time. So typically the stock market has a time from 9:15 to 3:30. Sorry, I was having some water. So how this formation happens? Suppose at 9:15 when the market opens up, the price of any stock was 100 rupees. So as I said some time back, the price of the stock will not remain the same throughout the day. It keeps on changing. So the 100 rupees at 9:15, suppose it went down to 93, and again little went up, again went down to 85, and again went up to maybe some more 95, and again went down. So it is all the plus and minus, it is keep on increasing and decreasing, and end of the day, towards the end is reach 121, that is the highest price of the day. And again, when the market typically closes at 3:30 p.m. Suppose it is closes 1:15. Okay, so the starting point was 100 rupees, and the end close price, like 100 rupees, I can say starting price or opening price, and the closing price is 115. So the difference between starting opening price and closing price, if the closing price is higher than the opening price, then definitely the green candle will be printed. And the wicks are how much from the starting point it went down and came back. That is that is resulting in this printing of the wicks. And same thing, before it went to the highest point, and from there it came to the some closing value, so it went up to 121 and closed at 115. That is how the upper wicks printed. So upper wicks is the difference between highest price and close price, and lower wicks is the difference between the opening price and the lowest point of the day. That is how the wicks printed. However, the green is the complete body. It is difference between close price and the open price. That is how the green candle, green candles or the bullish candle get printed. Similarly, the bearish candle, that is the red candle. So if the price started at 8, at 10, sorry, 100, it went up, came down, went up. So all this plus and minus, it is ultimately the price on that particular day. It is closed price is below the open price. That is how the red candle, the body of red candle gets printed. And the similar way, the difference between the lowest point and the close point is the lower wick, and the difference between the highest point and the open point is the upper wick. That is how the red candle or bearish candle get printed. Okay, so this is just a simple explanation about the candle. The I mean the how, as we what you saw in I mean in the any chart of any stock at no matter what which company it is a Reliance or the Tata or the Bata or Adani Group or any company you name it, NTPC, BHEL, Infosys, TCS, any company you name it, not only in India, all over the world, they have the similar representation. If it comes to the candle representation, it is the standard across for all the companies. the representation wise. Price may be different, but representation wise, it will be same. Okay. Now coming to the three terminology which we call as uptrend, downtrend, and sideways. So basically, how the terminology came. This terminology came was given by Charles Dow. Okay, and on his name there is a in US there is a one index also which is called as Dow index, or somebody we also knows about the Dow Jones. This is an on this person name on this person name that Dow Jones is made. If someone is not about US market, so this person gave this theory about the uptrend, downtrend, and sideways. What was his theory is, so up and to identify an uptrending stock. Okay. So suppose the price of any stock, if it is suppose this point, it is the, in the in if the recent past, if you say look at, this is the lowest point and this is the high point. So identify one low and one high. So suppose the next high point is higher than the previous high. So here is high and here is the next high. So this high is higher than this high. So we name it as a higher high. Similarly, next high is higher than the previous high. Again, we say as a higher high, and so on so forth. So if the price keep on making higher high at the same time, let us look at the low. Low is here, and the low is this one. So if the new low is higher than the previous low, we call it a higher low. And the low is here, if it is higher than the previous low, that is again the higher low. So if any stock price is making higher high and higher low, that we call it a uptrending stock. Okay, so it is simple. That means the price, it is taking a zigzag ups and down, but overall price, if you look at it, is keep on increasing over the time. So that is normally termed as a uptrending stock. Okay, and similarly, there is another stock which is printing the candlestick like this. So if we take the any highest point of the stock and one lower point of the stock. Okay, and let us look at the next high from this high. So next high from this high is suppose here, and this high is as compared to the previous high is the lower point. So that high we name is a lower high. Next high is here, and which is lower as compared to the previous high. So again it will be a lower high, and so on. The next high is again the lower at the previous high. Again it will name as the lower high. So similar way, price keep the highest point keep on decreasing, and similarly the low point, identify a low point which is here, and the next low point is here, and this next low point is lower than the previous low. That is, we name it as a lower low. Similarly, this low point is lower than the previous low. Again, we will name it a lower low. So any particular stock which price is keep on changing from the high to lower high, again to another lower high, and again to lower high. At the same time, the low of that price, that stock price, is becoming lower low and lower low and lower low. So that price is named as a downtrending stock. So basically, in one line, any stock which is making lower high and lower low, lower high and lower low, that stock price is not typically termed as a downtrend. That means over the time the price of the stock is decreasing. Okay. Is there any question from anyone about the uptrending stock and downtrending stock? Okay, great.
No, sir.
Okay, great. And the trend is called as sideways trend. So sideways trend means, if you look at, here is a low point and there is a high point. There is one more high point and then low point. So basically, there is, so till this point it is clear. It made another high and it made another high. So if you look at this middle high is lower than the previous high. At the same time, this middle is the lower than the next high. Okay. And similarly, if you look at the low point, so suppose if this low point is a lower than the previous high. Okay, this the previous low is here and this low is here. Okay, it is lower at lower value, but next low is not lower to this one, it is again a higher low. That means it is a combination of high and low. So any stock price which is the mix of high and low. There is no clear evidence that okay, it is going to the down or it is going up. That means it is a sideways. Sideways means it is neither going up neither going down. Okay, so that particular type of stock we say that this is the sideways trend. Okay, it is simple. I mean, neither making a going up nor going down. It is becoming a side. Side means kind of, it is no neither up nor down. Okay, let us. Is there any question from anyone about this uptrending, downtrending, or sideways stock? Okay, great. So I'm just sharing the few example with you. So suppose this is a banking stock somewhere around in April 2017. The banking stock price was 350 rupees. Okay. So by looking at this stock, can anybody tell that okay which kind of stock it is? It is a uptrending stock, downtrending stock, or a sideways stock?
Uptrending stock.
Fantastic. Correct answer. Uh, the another example is there's another company which is a pharma stock, and this graph is as on 1st May 2018. So okay, here the as on somewhere April 2017, this average stock price of 173 rupees. This is the pharma company who makes a medicine. uh, at somewhere in May 2018, the stock price is somewhere now 1940 rupees. Okay, so by looking at this stock, can you tell that okay which kind of trend it looks like?
Downtrend.
Absolutely correct. And the next one, next, this is example of one IT company, and again is somewhere in 2000 March 2017, the average share price is showing at around 48 rupees. So by looking at this stock, okay, which kind of trend it is showing?
Sideways.
Not really. If you look at it, is price is coming down continuously. So basically, yes, maybe here if you look at the sideways, but overall if you look from the 2009 to 2017, mostly the price is coming down continuously.
Yeah, downtrend, downtrend. Huh.
Downtrend. Fantastic. So now there is a quick exercise with all of you. By looking at all these prices, all these three shares, okay, A is clear uptrend, B is again downtrend, and C is again downtrend. So suppose you were in the past in suppose 2018 and 17, and we learned about this uptrend, downtrend, and sideways. If suppose you wanted to buy, you need to buy a share, which company you will invest in? A, B, or C? Or maybe you can choose all also. Maybe any one, or maybe more than one also. You can maybe you can type your answer in the chat box. Like which company do you suggest? Do you choose to buy the shares? Or in general which company, like any company which price is going up, do you want to share purchase the share of that price, or the company it is going the price is going down, you wanted to share buy the share? So by looking at these three example, which company you will select?
Company A.
Company A. Okay, so one answer is A, and it is Mr. Praveen, right?
Yeah.
Any other choice from any other way? Anupam, Kirti, Prakash, Sachin, Varun, please share your choice as well. It will be good if you have this little active participation. It will be a um, good for both of us, for all of us. If we all participate a little bit. So anyone wanted to choose, select their favorite. Do I have any chat response? No. Anybody wants to share? Okay. So, okay. So one make okay. So in general, we wanted to share in, or sorry, invest in the uptrending stock. But let us look at what happens after 2017 and or 18 into the respective. Okay, so we have two more responses. So most of us want to purchase A. Okay, so let's see what happened to their stock in reality. So basically, A A is the banking stock. So okay, which is share price is going up, okay, till 2018. But after 18, what happened? After 18 and till now recent, this overall stock price went down. And this is the example of Yes Bank. If you go to Google or investing, I mean, anywhere, if you check the price, till 2018, sorry, 17, mid of 17, the price was going high. It is around 350 rupees per share. But if you check the recently, this is just a recent example. In the October, the share price is dropped to 13 rupees just. So that means if you have invested in 2018 or 17, your 1 lakh rupees into Yes Bank, your the cost of the investment of 1 lakh will remain just 3.7 thousand only. Okay, so I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to tell that okay, there is a way in terms of technical analysis which will provide you the early indication. So suppose somebody may be invested uh, earlier. So by looking at the chart and some technical analysis will give you the early warnings that okay, most probably the price of this stock may fall in coming days or weeks or months, and this is the right time to exit. And that is what the I meant is initial. Time your entry, time your investment. That means when to enter and when to exit. That is what we are going to learn in technical analysis. Time your entry. Maybe some you have invested when it is right time to come out. It is a simple thing that okay, somebody has maybe cultivate, I mean, put on some wheat. Okay, so once the winter, you put the seed in the field, and in the kind of before summer, I mean, somewhere in the summertime, you cultivate it and keep those, harvested grains in your home. You suppose if you don't harvest it on time and you leave your crop in the field. After the summer, the winter or rain will come and your all the crop will be destroyed. So in the stock market also some it is kind of a something just to easy understand. If you don't exit on time, your investment will be destroyed into the stock market because of these kind of movement. Okay. Another example, suppose somebody has invested into the pharma. So if you're looking at the B, nobody has chose B. Okay, because the share price was going going down and it was around something 1941 rupees, something like that, in mid of 18. Let's see what happens in the reality. Pharma stock. This is the example of Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. In 2018, somewhere the stock price were here around the 1900, but as of now, in June or recently September, the price went up to 5,112 rupees. That means if somebody has invested 1 lakh in 2 year back, just 2 year back, the 1 lakh would have become 2.5 lakhs. So that is the another example. Just by looking at the uptrending stock and downtrending stock, and most of the people do the same mistake. They just have a little knowledge about the stock and invest it. And sometimes they also choose not to invest it. And then this is just a few example I'm giving to just give a real life example. What are the mistake we do because of the little knowledge? Okay, so nobody has choose the pharma, but actually in the just 2 year, the 1 lakh is become 2.5 lakhs. That means 250% return. Is there any company, any business in the whole world that is going to give that much of benefit in two years, 250% return? I don't think so. The only the stock market has that capability. to give you that much return. However, the question is only the same: how much you have put your time and energy into into the learning of the process, method, and the analysis of the stock market before investing. Let us look at the example, third example. Third example, that C example. C example is the share price was 48 rupees, and we have not chose just by looking at this uptrending and downtrending. Okay, let us look what happens to C. C is the live example, and this is the one IT company which is called Tanla Solution. It is a basically Hyderabad-based company. It's providing cloud communication system. So simple, it is an IT company. So the share price of 48 rupees is just 2 year back, and at this moment the 48 rupees of share point is 286. Okay, that means more than five times of five time I can say the share price has increased. That means if 2 year back, if somebody has invested just 1 lakh in that Tanla Solutions company, in 2 years that 1 lakh could have become 5 lakhs. That means 500% return just in 2 years. Okay, so this Dow theory is a very simple theory. Okay, most of the people easily know by doing the Google search or the by YouTube, and by just by looking at this, people start they okay. It's like a somebody is just know how to ride a bicycle, and they think that okay, I can ride a car or I can ride a sports bike, and they hit the market, and then they get destroyed. Okay, these are just an example I'm sharing. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm trying to share some of the reality. So stock market analysis is much more than that, rather than just understanding the one simple theory. Okay, let us look at the one more another example. Okay, I hope we all of know. I mean, we all are fond of bike. How many of you like the this Royal Enfield, the bike, bullets? Normally we call this. I think Sachin or Prakash, I think you guys have, I mean, one of your favorite bike is Royal Enfield, isn't it? रॉयल एनफील्ड को आप में से कितने लोग पसंद करते हैं? किसी की फेवरेट नहीं है? चलिए कोई बात नहीं. So why I'm giving example of Royal Enfield is in 2009. So Royal Enfield, the parent
Like
company.
Enfield.
Sorry.
Almost everyone, every man likes Enfield.
Correct. I mean, correct. Like every man real like that. Correct. So what example I'm sharing is in 2009. Can anybody guess what could have been the cost of Royal Enfield in 2009? Just a rough guess.
25,000.
Correct. Maybe I just given that. Just I also don't know exactly price, but I think roughly it would be 25,000. Okay. And at that point of time, 2009, the share price of the Eicher motor was approximately 10 rupees. So suppose I'm just taking the, so I'm just trying to explain you the advantage of early learning. So suppose in 2009, Praveen, in which year you got your job, first job? Somewhere
In
2009?
2008, yeah.
2000, similarly. Okay.
Yeah.
So after getting your job, did you kind of dream to own this Royal Enfield that point of time? I'm just taking one good example, basically. So I'm not trying to make
No.
you the example, but I'm just trying to. You could have thought of owning the Royal Enfield, or did you own already?
Right now, I don't have any
Okay,
Enfield.
okay. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is in 2009, if somebody suppose owned a Royal Enfield by spending 25,000, okay, that point of time, so they have the good Royal Enfield. But the power of early investment, what I'm trying to explain is, suppose that point of time somebody, rather than purchasing a Royal Enfield, if they could have invested in the company, the parent company, the Eicher Motor. So they could have got around 2,500 share at the rate of 10 rupees, because that was the share price in 2009 of the Eicher Motor. As on as on date today, the share price of the same 10 rupees, okay, is reached to at more than 3,000, 3,223 to be precise, okay, and that person's 25,000 would have become 80 lakhs 25. Sorry, there is a one zero is missing. It is my typo error. Please, know, ignore that part, or I'm sorry for that mistake. So what I'm trying to say, 25,000 would have become 80 lakhs 25,000 rupees. And in that, the if the person would have invested in the company rather than, maybe they may not have a Royal Enfield for 10 and 11 years, but after 10 years, they can purchase a good SUV car. So this is maybe a Seltos, 10, I think 12 lakhs. 80 lakhs, maybe I cannot say that he can get a very good house in the city, but he can have own an apartment of 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs, something like that, and still have some money for their future. So that is the power of investment on the right time, little bit early. I mean, so whenever we are getting a job, we are very fond of investing. Okay, sorry, maybe going for the luxury. So I'm not saying that okay, don't go for the luxury, but I'm just trying to share one example that okay, if somebody has planned their investment a bit, they could have really owned a big return in just 10 years. That's one example. Okay, and I'm not. This is the live. You can go to the website and check the actual share price. This is not my one. I have just given you example just for understanding purpose, but this is the true example. Okay, so let us understand few more things, like the forces of the market. So basically, when it comes to the forces of the market, as we saw, there are the basically just two forces in the market. In the market means the stock market. Somebody who is taking the price up, somebody who is taking the price down. So as I mentioned earlier, those forces are nothing but called as a bulls and bears. So maybe it is no need to remember something. Bulls, maybe you can say that bulls having something two horns and they can push you up, something like that. So this is making a price up. And bears, they will scratch you with the nails and they are putting something like that. So it is easy understanding. So bulls means somebody who is taking the price up, and bears who is taking the price down. That is that only two forces exist in the market, nothing else. Because either price will go up or down. Okay, so let us understand one more thing. What you think when the price, when the market rise, okay, or when the price goes up? So there is the four answers. There are more buyers than sellers. Buyers are more aggressive than sellers. Sellers are afraid of and demand a premium, and more sellers or contract are bought than sold. So based on your understanding so far, what you think that okay, when market rises?
Option B.
Option B, correct. Buyers are more aggressive than sellers. Right. Anybody else? Maybe you can type your response in the chat box as well. Anupam, Varun, Prakash, Sachin, Kirti, Kiri, sorry, not Kirti, Kirit. Please share. I mean, you base your understanding. What you think that okay, when the price when the market rises, when the price goes up. So basically, okay, maybe I'll not explain much. So buyers are more aggressive than the seller. Yes, this is the right answer. However, there is a one more option. One more is there. Okay. Uh, Somebody said B. Okay. So B means second and third. Sellers are afraid and demand a premium. Correct. So basically, second and third both are the correct answer. That is how the third. I mean, the B option is correct, because sometimes sellers are after demand a more premium. That means, let us take a simple example. Suppose you have one you own an apartment somewhere, okay, and you just wanted to sell it because you just bought it investment purpose. So you wanted to sell it maybe, for example, of 50 lakhs. That is your sell price. But after you put your price 50 lakhs, and somebody in your neighbor having a similar apartment, and he sold his flat in 60 lakhs. Okay. So by looking at that example, you will also think that okay, if your neighbor has sold his flat in 60 lakhs, then you are you are selling in just 50 lakhs. That means you are maybe after that, okay, you are not going to get the good return of your investment. So in that case, you will increase the price of your flat also. Okay, I will not sell it now 50 lakhs. I will also need 60 lakhs, or maybe more, maybe you want maybe 61 lakhs, because now you know that okay, people are ready to pay 60 lakhs, and you will maybe increase little bit more. So that is how the second and third both are the correct answer in this case. Okay, so I think we have looked at some of the example. Here are some more example. I think I just wanted to cover. I have covered some of them. Um, Let us understand some more things. So with the stock market, no matter what happens in the market, there is always opportunity to make the money. Okay, what it mean by? So for example, if we saw that this example of something, some stock is suppose going down. So what you think? What you think that okay, if the price is going up, only we can make the profit? Is what is your understanding about the stock market? Can you share that one, Praveen or Preet, anyone?
Yeah, we can earn in both uptrend and downtrend.
Correct, right. So that is what here we are trying to say. So what, no matter if the price is going up or price is going down, even it is a sideways. Sideways means that is that one statement we say that okay, no trend remains the same. That means no matter it is in a sideways, it is again going to go up or down. Something will happen after some time, right? Okay. So let us take the example of how we can earn the profit or income in uptrend, and how we can earn the income in downtrend. So for example, let us take the example of the share of the Reliance. So any particular day, the Reliance share was at 1,000 rupees. And as per your technical analysis, so I'm not only going to the Dow theory, I'm going to technical analysis. That will have some more thing element. As per your analysis, you guessed or you realize that okay, the price is most likely to go up, and you have purchased a share at 1,000 rupees. So 1,000 rupees, for example, let us say you purchase 10,000 10 shares, and after a day or maybe a same day, the price reached up to 1,500, and which is very much possible in stock markets. Price can reach 10 sorry 1,000 to 1,500 in a day, sometime in a week, sometime few days, or sorry, few weeks. Okay, it all happens. So whenever the price went up from 1,000 to 1,500 and you purchased 10 shares, so each share you got the profit of 500 rupees. 10 share, 500 into 10, that is 5,000. Okay. So you purchased at 1,000, sold at 1,500, 500 rupees profit per share, 10,000, 5,000, 10, sorry, out of 10,000 your investment, you got a 5,000 return, 50% you got your return on investment. Then the another example, you are here and you are, based on your technical analysis, you don't have any share of Reliance, but based on technical analysis, you think that okay, the price of Reliance is going down. So rather than buying a share, you can sell the share. So maybe some of you can ask the question that even if I don't have the any share of the Reliance, how can I sell it? So for your information, share market is a place which allows you to do that. So share market is the only place where you can sell the share even you don't have. How that happens? So once you sell the share in your account, it will go minus one share. Okay, it will list as a minus one share at the end of beginning of the day. You sell it at 1,500, that means you sell you, it will be minus one share, minus 1,500, you will be deducted from your account. Okay, at the end of the day, when the price reaches 1,000, you purchase the share. Okay, suppose here you sold a 10 share, and here you purchase the 10 share. So minus 10 and plus 10 become a zero. Okay, that means you have nothing to owe anybody. I mean, you are not having any negative value. So in the downtrending stock also, in that way, you can, that is called short selling. Short selling means you don't own any share, but still you sell, you sold the share first and purchases later. That terminology in the stock market is called short selling. So no matter if the price is going up or price is going down, in the both the cases you can make money. That is what we are trying to understand here, and that is only possible in a stock market, not in reality. Suppose if you somebody wanted to buy and sell this onion, okay, it is not possible. Something you have to buy it and then sell it physically, then you can make the money. Money stock market, you no need to own it, you can sell it in advance and purchase it later. That only the share market has that facility or the benefit. Yes. So about the short selling example, I just wanted to share one live example. So this is the example of the silver. Basically, this is silver chart. So one
Okay.
day, okay. So sorry. So please don't confuse. This is the part of the analysis which we will be learning in future. So basically, after the one day of my analysis, I realized that the share price of silver is going to go down, and even I was not owning any shares of the silver, but I have done the short selling here. Okay, I have done the short selling something at this point of time, and after this fall, when this price came down, I purchased it. Okay, so this is the international chart. So on that, I think it is happened just 3 weeks back. So on that particular day, I think I made, if you look at, this is the real snapshot, I made around 42% of ROI in a day. So I booked around 4 lakhs 24,000 in one day. And one day, not only one day, it is just, I can say it's a matter of 70, 15, 20 minutes. So this was the based on my analysis. I predicted that okay, most likely the price is going to go down. So I sold it first, the 40, around 43 units of the silver. I said sold it, and then I purchased it later. So it has a good investment. So if you look at my initial slide, I said that okay, if somebody is having the good saving and they wanted to got, I mean, uh, you know, make a good investment return on their investment, they can choose to come to a share market. But again, it required a lot of learning and practice. So I invested that particular day around 10 lakh rupees something, and I got a total, I got 14 lakhs back. So around 4.24 lakhs to be precise, I got in one day, and that is equivalent to my 4 month of salary, present salary. So it happens only possible only in the stock market if you have a good learning about the stock. Okay, so this is the real life example, but not again. I'm stressing again and again about learning, because it is like this snapshot is like riding a sports car, and understand, to ride the sports car, first one has to know how to ride a bike, how to ride a car, and then how to ride a sports car, and then do the practice to come to, then only you can take that much big quantity at a risk. Otherwise it will be a, I mean, negative impact. Your investment may go negative. But however, if you have a good practice, good knowledge about the technical analysis, if I can do it, one can, you can also do the same. Okay, so this is not a rocket science, it is just a simple. So share market, I can say it is simple, very very simple, but not easy. So that is, there is a difference between simple and easy. Simple, easy means there is a certain technique, certain rules, certain guidelines you have to follow, and then you can able to make the good, that return, or I can say even more than that return also you can make it, depending on, like, one person know how to ride a scooty, somebody know how to ride an infield bike. So it depends on the person's capability, how fast they have the capability or appetite to ride. Okay, so one person is driving and learning capability, both are more or less maybe similar technique, but different. Riding a bullet may need a different skill set, riding a scooty may take a different skill set. How fast one can ride, it depends on which motorbike you are having, and how much no, what are your capability about that command on the ride. So faster is driving is one thing, but safer is another thing. If you are not safe, even if you are doing a fast, and if you are not safe, there is a most likely you may hit on somewhere on the road, and you get injured badly. So that is the reason practice is most important here, learning and practice. Okay, but in general, what you think that okay, how much, how into start with, how much money we need to have in our pocket to learn about the stock market to or to enter into a stock market? Anybody can guess, or anybody can, I mean, whatever you think you can suggest. How what you think that okay, how much money we need to enter into a stock market? Anyone? Praveen, what is your understanding?
Yeah, we can enter with any minimum amount.
Correct. So I think as minimum, I think as a 5,000 or maybe 10,000. If somebody is having a ten
Yeah.
thousand rupees, also they can start doing something in stock market. So especially with a low low budget to learning purpose, one can do the trading, especially in the currency market. When I'm saying currency means there are typically USD INR is the most traded currency. USD JPY or USD GBP. GBP is nothing but the Great Britain pound. So basically, USD INR is the most frequent currency trading happens, and which that can be that one can start in as low as maybe 4,000 to 5,000, maybe 10,000. That is the good you know start. I mean, you don't need huge money to enter into the stock market. And okay, why we don't need big money into the currency market? Because that is a call. So this is one example. So just in about I can say 2,000 rupees, 2,000 Indian rupees, one can purchase 1,000 US dollar. Okay. So by spending just 2,000 rupees, you can purchase 1,000 US dollar. That is the stock market gives you that facility. So suppose this examples, in this example, suppose someone purchase as maybe dollar of 65. This is an old example basically. So suppose somebody enters purchase a dollar with a 65 rupees. So that amount, actual amount you need, that is 65,000, and you are, but in reality you don't need, I mean, that one unit $1,000 you can get in 2,000 rupees also, but the value of that dollar will be 65,000. And if the price goes up to 68, and again it is after an analysis only, so there is a way to identify that okay, when the price is going up and how more the price will go. So based on that analysis and target, you expect okay, the price will go from this 65 to 68. And then there is another some concept called stop loss that we will be discussing later. So basically, with the investment of just 2,000 rupees, if you purchase one lot, that is $1,000. So in that case, uh, how much? 65,000 becomes 68,500. That means 3,500 rupees profit, and this return it is giving around 5.38. So basically, this example is there when you are purchasing a complete by paying the full value. But this what I'm trying to say that okay, in reality, so if you spend 65,000 from your pocket, in that case you will get 1,000 US dollar, and that return will be 5.38% only. However, your stock market, the via which the account that you are trading, most of the account give you the facility which is called leverage. Leverage means by spending just a little amount. Little amount means that is called margin. Margin means to purchase $1,000, you just need 2% of its value, its cost value. So if the cost of $1,000 is 65 rupees, sorry, $65,000, you just need a 2% of 65,000. So 2% of 65,000, how much? It is around 1,300 something. But out of this 1,300, you can get the $1,000, and once you invest it, and once it is reaches your target, if you exit from your that trade, so that your 1,300 investment will give you 3,500 return, and that return is equivalent to 269%. Okay, so that facility only stock market provides by only by low investment with a concept of leverage. that you can able to purchase a big lot and you can play in the stock market to give the to get a big return on investment. So again, it will only happen once you have a good practice and good understanding about how the price of the stocks moves. There's another example I can provide, that is benefit of leverage only. So this one is one of the my trade I have done. So Infosys share. So for Infosys share, suppose it, one thing is called a buying in a lot. Lot means suppose somebody is purchasing in a bulk. Okay, so what happens if you purchase a one or two share, you need to pay the full price. But there is a options, there is a facility called futures. Future means you can purchase the stocks of that particular company in a bulk, and that bulk number is decided by the like NSE or BSE stock exchange. So that means you need to purchase the one lot. So one Infosys lot has the share of 1200. So suppose if you need to purchase a share of 1200, and the cost of one share in July it was something around 950. So total value that you need to pay is that is 11 lakhs 40,000 rupees. Okay, and in October the share price of that particular stock is reached up to till 1200, and the total value become 14 lakh 40,000, and the net profit 14 lakhs 40,000 minus 11 lakhs 40,000. That means around 3 lakhs benefit you get. That means if you calculate the return on investment, it will be 26%. That means you invested 11 lakhs 40,000, you got 14 lakhs 40,000. However, the leverage means you don't need to pay the complete amount. Okay, you just need to pay just about 20% of the total value. So that facility is there into the stock market. So in reality, to purchase a lot, that is a bulk share of 1200, and which is costing at 950 rupees. So with leverage, you just need to pay around 3 lakh 16,000 rather than 11 lakh 40,000, just around the 20% of that. Okay. So out of by paying this much amount, you get the share which is actual value is 11 lakh 40,000. And when the price reached up in October, so and one up to 1200, I sold that particular lot, and I sold it at 14 lakhs 40,000, and I got the net profit of approximately 3 lakh rupees, and the total return on investment is 94%, which is just means what, July, August, September, October, maybe around approximately 3 months. So 3 months time, an investment of over 3 lakhs, 3 lakh 16,000 gave a return of 3 lakhs. So that is the power of leverage in stock market. And only the stock market has that facility to give you. However, one should need to learn about the how to analyze the stocks and learn to technical analysis. Then only you can kind of a base analysis, you can say that okay, yes, this stock price most likely going to go up. Okay. uh, right, so is there any questions? So far we discussed benefit of leverage and the margin. So margin is nothing but a minimum value. So it is like a maybe better example I can say, just to understand. Suppose there are a lot of property agents out there, right? So suppose they wanted to sell a maybe flat or apartment, maybe 1 crore rupee. So they just pay something 10% or 20% to the actual owner, and then start selling that flat in the open market. And once they get the buyer of the same, they get that difference from the buyer. So and they keep on saying, okay, this flat is of 1 crore 10 lakh, not 1 lakh. But from the builder side, they have negotiated up to 1 lakh, sorry, 1 crore only. So this is something like that. So basically, the share of the 1200 share, the total you don't need to pay the total value at while you purchase. You have a time. You have typically you get a 3 month of time. In 3 month of time, you can purchase the share today. You can hold it. Whenever the price goes up, you can sell it. And is and if someone having a question that okay, what if you don't get the buyer? That means Okay, so buyers and sellers for that companies of a goods share always, there are thousands and thousands buyers and sellers all there always. So you will, but provided you are choosing a good stock like TCS, Infosys, Reliance, don't. So we will also learn what kind of company we need to choose to for this stock investment or trading. So is there any question from anyone? So whatever we have discussed so far, Anupam, Praveen, Sachin, anyone? We are
No,
good.
sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
great. Yeah. So there are some of the just quick things that, okay, if somebody is just intraday trader means somebody is going to the market every day. I mean, every day sitting and then buying and selling morning to evening. That we intraday. Intraday means buy today, sell it today. Mostly, lot of people are like that. Okay. So it's like a सब्जी वाला जो हमारे गली में आते हैं ना, वो क्या करते हैं, they purchase the vegetables fresh in the morning somewhere from the vegetable, sorry, mandi, and sell it in the gully, and by the end of the day they went home. So in the share market also people are also like that. They purchase something in the morning, buy it at the evening, and sorry, sell it at the evening, or vice versa also. So those things are the intraday trader. So it is recommended intraday trader that, okay, when the market opens up at 9:15, do not enter. Have some patience, 10-15 minutes, and then enter it. Okay, and there are some others also. Some rules are there for investor that we will going to learn. Yeah. So now the question is, if anyone, I mean, anyone is really interested to learn about about the stock market and wanted to have it as a side business or a career or whatever as an investor, and then they need to be ready to invest some time. Some time means maybe initially for the learning period, maybe 1 hour, 1 hour a day, or maybe 5 to 7 hours per week in 7 days, and then uh, and and maybe similar time or more than that. Normally, we spend in the social network watching TV or somewhere, but if we spend some time, maybe 5 to 7 hours per day, if we are ready to spend that much time, then it is good to start learning basically. So basically there are, okay, I will just show you what we mean say learning. So basically when I'm talking about the learning, this stock market learning has the overall four level. One first level one is the foundation of stock market. So after this learning, the first level, one can start trading. Okay, one can it's like a one can start riding a kind of, I can say, bicycle. Okay, it's like a initial step to start riding. And the next step would be, once you know that how to ride a bicycle, then it is most likely you can easily learn how to ride a motorbike. I mean, directly if somebody, so this is step by step process, I can say. So level one is the foundation of the stock market trading. Mostly we are talking about the method, money, and the mind. Mind is also very much needed. So we will discuss more. So basically, this is the fundamental level one. So this is just a four kind of a, we can say, four semester, not semester basically, kind of a 3 month of overall learning process divided into the four modules. Level one is having the fundamental. Level one is the little bit advanced, which is more by looking at the various parameters, we can take the quicker decision. The third option is called a future and options. So future and option, where I mentioned about the this benefit, where the 3,16,000 of investment gave me around 3 lakhs of profit over the kind of 2 to 3 months of time. So there is a different way to do that trading. So that those kind of sort of things we will be learning in future as an option practice level three. And level four is the advanced level, the expertise level. So where one, two, three, if you know, so to understand simple, one is a kind of a riding a cycle. Second one is kind of a riding a motorbike. The third level is a kind of a riding a sports bike, and fourth level is equivalent to riding a car or a sports car. I mean, just to understand it simple. Okay, so these are the four level of learning and which require some time basically. So each level each level will have some concept session, how to apply those concept session into the main into the live market. That is the main seminar that will be conducted, and followed by the revision sessions of those concepts. Okay, and each sessions of the discussion will have the question answer to clarify all your doubts. Okay, and for each session, sometimes it does happen that okay, you may or may not able to attend. So for each session, the video recording will be shared with all the participants in case of you wanted to understand the same thing again and again. Okay, and initially it does happen that if you wanted to refer understand the same thing again and again, so video recording will help you. Plus, the question answers will be anyway there. So if anybody having any question, the next session we can discuss. And after each session for sure, and next section we can cover for any question answer clarification for the previous one. So this is the overall the complete learning program. Okay, about the share market. Yeah. So and this recording of the today's session I will be also sharing in a same WhatsApp group for if anyone maybe some of them has something they have not attended, so they have requested for the recording, so I will share anyway with you all once again. So do you have any other questions about about whatever we have discussed so far?
Sir, what will be the timing for these courses?
Okay, so timing mostly. So mostly there will be a okay. So most of the people, I mean, who are attending the courses, they are the working professional. Even I am the full-time working professional. So most of the classes will be there in the late evening. I mean, night. I can say 9 to 11 p.m. in the night. Okay, so that is the most suitable for any working professional. And the main seminar will be there on the Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so these are tentative dates, but timing will be in the late evening. I can say night, 9 to 11 p.m.
Right, sir.
Yeah, and correct. And these will be the I mean similar correct kind of the overall course fees. That will be the one I mean investment from your side for the entire course basically. So anybody who are students or fresh graduate or housewife or someone who has lost their job due to the current situation, they have. I mean, I'm just offering them a 50% discount. Or if someone wanted to opt for all the four level at one go, they will also have some discount. Otherwise, for the each individual sections of the this learning program, we'll have separate fees. But overall there will be some discount if somebody wants to choosing in advance. And the second thing is that even after going to the learning, if anyone feels that okay their learning is not going as per the expectation, they may choose to not to continue further, and all their 100% fee will be refunded without any question asked. So that is the 100% money back guarantee that I will be providing from my side if anyone is not satisfied with the learning. Okay, or so definitely, or basically otherwise this will be the overall course structure that that is there for the learning purpose. Okay. So is there any other question from anyone? So you can, I mean, one can think. I'll be sharing the complete session. I mean, this video recording. One can go once again. One can go with their friends, and then if interested, they can enroll. We will be starting the session, the fresh batch, from sometime from the coming week. And at the moment maximum we will be taking not more than 50 participants. it will be, yeah, in one batch, so that we can uh, focus on individuals question and answer interaction, um, and kind of provide the hand holding to them, because as I said, this is a simple subject but not easy. One need a lot of patience, practice, understanding to do that, because it directly deals with your money. Okay, so if you do the mistake, it's like a, you are taking your car or bike and directly coming on the highway. So highway is, if you do any mistake on the highway, it will you will be in a big trouble. So there is a life issue, and in the stock market, life is nothing but money. So the money is the life of the stock market. So no matter you make, I mean, what happens, you should always uh, minimize your losses. That is because the loss, the money saved is money earned also. Okay, so someday, if we're not able to make the money, that is good, but on the minimum we should not able to lose the money. Okay, so all those various aspects that we will be learning all together. So each module runs about 21 days. So if you look at here, 21 days per level, which is about 51 hours. So 21 days, why it is comes, because to learn anything new, scientifically it is proven that it takes around 21 days to learn, become a habit. So in that way, that time duration has been decided of 21 days, and the total hours perspective, it is come around 50 plus hours, 51 plus hours, which is if spread across 21 days. So 21 days means, again, excluding Saturday and Sunday, if you take a total one, it will be total a month. So in a month, there will be how many sessions? If you consider that one, um, introductions is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, the four concept sessions, and then the total concept revision, that is fifth one. The main session will be 2 days, where we'll be applying those concepts into the live market. Okay, to have the practical one, and followed by main session, there will be a three revision session. So 5 plus 3, so total there will be a eight sessions, and in between some tests, some homework will be also there to practice offline, and that the complete session will be spread across 21 days. Right. So after 21 in a month, but so overall, if you consider all the four level, we will be covering approximately in 3 months. So in after 3 months, main month time, you will be able to drive your own sports car in a stock market. You will able to take the independent decision with with three this learning and the practice. So that is what the our main goal is, to reach at the fourth level. Okay. So last one, is there any? If we don't have any question, we will end today's discussions here, and I will share the recording based on your interest. You can choose to enroll, and we can discuss it further. Okay. So this is the end of the today's session. Thank you everyone for joining. I will be sharing the recording in the main group soon. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all.